Love and peace and happiness. Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I'm Mel, aka Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So, if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box and on the website. We have just pulled your alpha and omega messages. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. The following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by spirits. So we are just going to get right into tarot today. Let's see, what is the message for the Love, Peace, and Happiness tribe at this time? What is the Two of Swords? Listen, you either have just made an important decision or you're about to make one, and a lot of you, this is like, you can't see me no more. I love you, but you're not allowed in my presence. That's a whole message right there in and of itself. Like, you saw the truth about something, and you could see that if you continued on that path, it was just going to lead to heartbreak, disappointment, and all the rest of that. And you're like, I don't deserve that. I'm definitely not going to treat myself like that, but I'm not going to let nobody else treat me like that either. Or, whatever it was, you separated from something. And so as you do that, first off, you do it because you've seen all you need to see. But it's like, as you make this decision, you feel great. It's like you start getting signs and synchronicities from the universe telling you, oh, good decision, because things start happening. It's like as soon as you make that decision, the energy starts moving. You feel empowered, and the universe confirms everything that you've done everywhere where you know yourself to be through these signs and synchronicities. You keep having magical little moments, and every time you have one, you appreciate it. You give it attention for what it is. Yeah, you value what you're seeing. You're like, oh my gosh, it's another sign. Wow. Oh my gosh, look what I found now. It's like you're finding gems and jewels along your path. Whether that's literally I see somebody found $5, and I see somebody found $100, and then I see somebody found $20. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody else, this isn't like that. It's like, oh my gosh, all the times they've been in the store, they never had this, and look at what they have now. Yeah. I see that with what you're finding, you're sharing the information of your magic that you're living in your life, the signs and synchronicities with other people. And anywhere where you had a vision of being able to provide and do more, like, that's coming full term. You're going to be able to do that absolutely successfully. And you're starting to see that ability in yourself now. The more you embrace it now, the more it moves forward, the more you're able to produce from it. It's like, thank you. They said it's like when a baby is breastfeeding, the mother's milk comes in stronger the more that the baby feeds. So it's like the more that you utilize this excess, this abundance, this prosperity, this thriving energy that you have to be of benefit, of service, to accomplish the goals, to share, the more you keep seeing it. So if all you're doing is just telling about how this materialized for you and that synchronicity happened for you, that's going to keep drawing in more. And then, so what other good things are possible in this for your bliss, right? What else is possible in this for my bliss? All good things. Okay, let's see what else. You're getting real stable in your financial life. Yeah, I see that in the past you could have even really donated to charity, given somebody a gift, gave where until it hurts. But I just see you stabilizing at this time. Okay. And I also see that everything that you're doing, everywhere where you're sharing, everywhere where you're participating in life with all the people and circumstances that comes your way, this is stabilizing your heart. It's like giving you emotional stability as well. And so they want you to know that you already had some of that. And so that's how you got to this position so far. Now, here's what happens as you're able to do all this, the ones that so it's like this. You start separating from some people. Yeah, the devil's at the bottom of the deck. Hold on a second. The devil's at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. Oh, I see you, devil. You know what? I'm gonna draw a line in the sand. I'm gonna put a boundary up for you. Yeah, this has been with me for a long time. Now I realize. I see the Knight of Pentacles saying, now I realize you've been around here for a long time. You've been affecting my money for a long time. And there's God, okay, with the Hierophant on the other side. So it's like, but I'm supported by the divine, and all it's like God showed you how to confront this devil. It's like your light showed you how to overcome the shadow. It's like that, okay? So what happened was you could have felt for a long time like happiness is so far away, like satisfaction is so far away. You could have felt like I just don't have the finances. I just don't have the ability. I don't have the health. I don't have the wealth. Okay. But from what you had, like I say, you gave even until it hurt. You gave so much. And so what had happened was, even in doing that, you became wiser about how you gave and who you gave to. Yeah. And you realize like there's somebody who it didn't serve you well to give to. Okay. There's something it didn't serve you well to invest your time, your money, your energy in. Okay. So you let it go. Somebody, you've been holding on to an object in your house and you're finally ready to throw it out. Because every time you see it, every time you look at it, it just brings up all these bad memories. You're like, that's got to go. I'm getting rid of that. Somebody, ooh, that's crazy. I just heard you. Somebody here, you found a object somebody left in your house years ago, and now that you realize it, like that person never had any good intentions towards you. You had a bad vibe about them, anyways. Everything is gonna bust open for you when you throw it out. You have had a hard time getting rid of this because it's some sort of item of high value monetarily, right? But you're going to get rid of it because you know what? You don't need the money, you don't need that shit, and you definitely don't need the energies that comes with it, okay? So you're letting that go. But I do see as you realize where you were giving too much and you had to pull back, somebody, this is why your money did get funny, because you had to realize like what you're investing in is investing against your best interest. And so as you realize that, you stop. And then when you do that, now all of a sudden folks don't want to talk to you no more. They ain't got nothing to say. They ain't on your phone. Why? Because you stopped feeding the beast, because you stopped paying, because you stopped giving it your time, because you stopped giving them a ride, because you stopped paying their phone bill. Yeah, you came into the situation. I see you come into the situation with a certain amount of innocence, you know, with optimism, positivity, but you had to learn about what to invest in emotionally. Yeah. And I just see like you're done with this. And once you made the decision on what to let go of and you saw the situation clearly for what it was, yeah, you had to let it go. The good news is you already processed the sadness and the grief while you were in it. I heard before you even walked away, you had already started the emotional processing. So it's not some people, they don't start emotionally processing until they're gone. So it's a really ugly process. But I feel like you, what I'm seeing, what they're showing me is you went through this ugly part of the process while you were in it. So the challenge now is actually to follow through with the moving on. Get in your car and go. Make wise decisions. Take control of your life. It could be very difficult if you have allowed somebody else to control your life. But here's the thing: anywhere where you gave your power away to somebody else, like they used it to stab themselves. I heard to death. Yeah, they used it to dig their own grave. This is like 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. What? Listen. They didn't. In other words, they dug the grave more than 6 feet. Like 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. Okay, so they went deeper than they needed to. It's like they could have stopped when it was done, but then whoever this is, they dug deeper. Why did they dug deeper when you were moving on? When you communicated or took action to withdraw your energy, to withdraw your financial support, yeah, they need to just let it go. They just need to let it go. It's over. It's done. Okay, the funeral already happened. Okay, just stop. Why do you keep trying? This is over. Why are you trying to bring it back to life? They need to quit. They need to go sit down and learn some lessons. So here's the thing: whoever this is, the lesson for this person is not complete. They're going to go on and meet somebody else that is going to show them the lesson, and then you'll align with who you're meant to align with. Yeah, because you took appropriate action. Yeah, somebody tried to send some energy your way, and because of your response, the energy, it still exists. It's just not doing what they thought it was going to do. Yeah, the spell casting isn't quite spelling out anything for you. It's spelling out some things for them. I heard the end of days, the end of days. Somebody knows that it's over. This ruse, I hear this ruse, this manipulation, this tactic. It's like that shit don't work no more. It's like this is like somebody who's been successful using the same tactic over and over again, and then all of a sudden they're figuring out that it doesn't work because of the fact that you have discovered something and you took appropriate action to free yourself from it. This person is like, well, it worked every other time. Why doesn't it work here with the tribe? Yeah, that's where their energy, they try to send something to you. You are very innocent in this. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Now, this person had been trying to get out from underneath this karmic repercussions that they have themselves under, and they are reiterating. They just highlighted, circled, and underlined. They have themselves under it. Like the karma they're in is their own fault. They're living out the consequences and repercussions of their decisions, which is something we say at the beginning of every reading we do. There's consequences and repercussions, right? So they circled it, they highlighted it, and they underlined it. This person is living in the consequences and repercussions of what they've been doing. Yeah. And the thing is, there's still a lot about their situation that they have not yet seen. A lot of it had to do with trying to cast illusions, to try to get wealth from somebody else, to try to work their way into the family, to try to, I heard work their way into somebody's living and will and testament. That was a bad idea. It was seen clearly. Yeah, somebody here, they try to cause chaos and battling within the family. Yeah. And here the thing, the Five of Cups is in the same position again. Oh Lord, yeah. And you know, the sadness and the disappointment that they feel is meant to work on their soul. It's meant to work on their spirit. Yeah. Because their big challenge is learning the lesson, learning the freaking lesson. So basically, lesson on repeat until they figure it out. That's exactly what their life has them living right now. Like the lesson is on repeat until they figure it out. I see you found the lesson though. You found the lesson about overextending yourself and pouring your energy into things that weren't pouring into you or people, right? And in the process, they lost a real one. In the process, they lost a real one. I see this is you, and you're in reverse, not because your life is in reverse, because you're inaccessible to them. They lost all access to a real one, somebody who is tried and true, honest, with integrity, somebody who has their own financial stability too. You're like, yeah, I got plenty to spare and share, but I realize I have to pull back from you. Yeah, and they need to go on and take their karmic repercussions. They need to go on and take that loss. They need to quit trying to force their energy and force their way in this experience. Like that's a bad idea. If they would let it go, you know, the fact is you pulled back your energy. The fact is you've realized that, you know, where the real lies lay with your real eyes. You know, it's amazing the way that works. Yeah. So what do they need to do? They need to go ahead and take action. What? To face their justice. They need to take action to face their karmic repercussions. This is where you landed yourself. Hello, whoever this is. The Chariot is in reverse. Okay, they were headed for a crash and you got out of there. They should have probably got in their car and left, or did they have one? I heard, or did they have one? Did they already lose it? Okay, because they were in a lost process when they came to your life. Why? Because they were manipulating folks and trying, you know, and some they were manipulating folks and trying to take advantage of folks since before. Okay, but they didn't expect that you would see through the sham, through the through the manipulation, through the magic spell. What I just saw that made me laugh like that ridiculously was that, like, this person, like, before they came to you, like, they already started seeing that the magic was changing, because in the past, whenever they did the manipulation, yeah, it always ended up in some ugly shit. However, this time it just kept getting, it's like the time they did it before you, it got worse. Now they came to you and this is the worst they've ever had it as a result of trying to use that magic. Yet why are they still doing this? You figure If things just keep getting worse, then you change the recipe. You stop doing it. No, they still stay doing it. They still gonna try to force their way, try to make you work with them. They need to go ahead, but that's what they're thinking about, right? But what they need to go ahead and do is face their karmic repercussions. They need to go ahead and face the consequences and decisions of what they have done, the consequences and repercussions of the decisions that they have made. Yeah, because I just see, like, at the end of the day, you pull your energy back and you walk away. You're like, hey, this is my house. Get the fuck out. That's the energy. Yeah. Let me see some more. What else can you show the tribe? Yeah. So this is a situation where, you are happy about this person when it all came together, but it could have, I just see third party situation all up in here. I can't deny what I'm seeing. Yeah. And you're just like, that gotta go. And this loss is permanent. Anywhere where there was third party energies, even if you weren't consciously aware of it, it's like your soul team knew. Yeah, and actions were taken to prevent that from affecting you. And what was the action? You received an intuitive hit. That was the action that spirit took to to let you know what was going on. So intuitively, you just didn't feel right. Like something was wrong in your feelings. Your brain just didn't accept it. Yeah. And so here you go. You left them alone. You went about your journey. You followed your own guidance because you could see that a permanent loss was coming. You didn't know why, but you knew this was over. You could sense that this was over before it actually ended. And you took action, and you might not have known. Like, you could have thought that that was their friend or a coworker or an associate, but turns out like that was a whole third party energy. You know what I'm saying? And they told you some other story about it. They told you some other story because that will benefit them by keeping you at bay. But the devil has been overturned. Yeah, the challenge is their manipulations don't work. I heard, and the wow. So this person, the wow was this, and that's a lot. What this person did, anywhere where this person was using witchcraft, black magic, spell work, or something, it's not like they use their energy to do it. They either use a magician, a sorceress, they use somebody like that, or they actually connected with a entity to perform whatever was happening here. Whoever or whatever they bound themselves to get results in this situation is taxing their ass for it, because it's like they promise that it's like making a promise to the devil that, yeah, I'll make this light worker turn dark. I'll make this angel turn into a devil. I'll take the love right out of their life. I will make them my slave. And it's like the devil said, okay, well, if you're not successful, you become my slave. Okay, if you're not successful, I'm taking your soul instead. I heard not even just your soul, I'm taking yours and all that you love, dear. Woo! So it's almost like this person made a promise to an entity, the devil or something like that, that they were going to do something that would affect you for the long term in order to earn them favor with this entity or energy. And the fact of the matter was, fucking work. And now, as a consequence and repercussion, theirs is owed. They have to pay what they said they were going to get from you. So if they promised your life to some entity, they're going to live their life as a slave to that entity. Yeah. You were guided in this. You were spiritually guided and protected up out of this mess. That's what the hell happened here. And yeah, this person needs to go ahead and take everything that they earned in this. That's what I'm hearing. They need to take everything that they earned in this, as will you. You get everything. The 10 of Pentacles, baby. Take all your blessings, take all your consequences and repercussions because you earned them. Just like this person earned theirs, you earned yours. Yours just look a lot prettier. Yours are a lot more pleasant. But hey, that's because you didn't come in here with this manipulative, deceptive energy. Yeah. And keep on putting in the good work. They say keep on putting in the good work. Yeah, your karmic cycle looks a lot different than this person's karmic cycle. And when I say karmic, that doesn't mean bad. Don't get it twisted. The Lovers, this was about a decision that you had to make in this situation. based off of what you learned. You learned some things through this situation with this individual. This individual don't want to learn some things. But guess what? Whatever they thought they were going to do to you, they thought they were going to end you, take your wealth, ruin you, or something like that. Spirit protected you and guided you right up out of it. They have no effect in you. Go get your wins, go get your blessing, go get your money, okay? And then they said, make sure you remember to invest. Invest in your long term. Keep putting in the hard work. Life is going to keep presenting this type of situation probably to you in this way or that way. It's not always going to be so intense. I heard this was very intense. However, anytime they try to come against you, you're always going to know what to do. You'll always be guided, and you'll always see the light. You'll always see the truth. You'll always have your empowerment with you. So it doesn't really matter, right? If you, this is like somebody who is traveling a long road. You know, every so often you got to stop and put gas. You know, there's going to be periods where there's no services in this long distance travel cross country. So you prepare yourself. You in this situation are prepared for exactly what you need. Bump on the road, but guess what? You got all the skills you need to move through it, baby. They said like room temperature butter and a warm butter knife. You just slice right through, no problem, easy peasy, no big deal. Where other people, because they keep on trying to avoid the lesson, they keep trying to attach themselves to negative energies, trying to manipulate using magic, spell work, or whatever type of mind games that they're playing. That should just keep going back to them, and they're going to stay stuck in that Groundhog Day cycle. And here's the thing, it's not an exact Groundhog Day cycle, because in Groundhog Day it stayed the same until they made it better. But in this situation, they keep making it worse. It keeps getting worse every time they try the same shit again. And this time they've messed with the tribe. That was a really bad idea. We're going to close you out with your Alpha and Omega messages. And it says, the 8 of emotion. You feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. You know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. Time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. I see that that's something that you already have done. Most likely you're finished with that if you're watching this reading. Let's see. We're on postcard from Spirit. We here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. And in the beginning of this reading, that was one of the first things I said. I love you, but you got to go. You don't meet the requirements for my presence no more. That was one of the first things we said. So I'm proud of you. You literally have overcome the devil. The devil was underlying this situation. You overturned it. It showed in the cards. Keep coming back, because I will. Until next time, I absolutely love adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. I have space available in the next days for some 10-minute sessions at $45 each. If you're interested in getting one of those, reach out. Okay. And where was I at with my song? Okay. Oh, yeah. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.